YouTube fam. Welcome to Moments in Motivation here on Simple Learning TV. I'm Daryl McKeever, and I'm the head of Simple Learning Training Solutions, where we do training, education, corporate training. Listen, I just want to share a few things with you. I did a class about a week ago, and I was inspired by some of the thoughts and some of the things that transpired. It started off us just doing a simple class, a basic class in crisis prevention, where we're talking about de-escalation. We're talking about intervening in not good situations, bringing them down calmly, verbally. And we got into the subject matter of anxiety. Anxiety. What happened was, I showed the class a vid on anxiety. Great vid. I'll leave the link down below so that you can check out the video and, get some thoughts of your own. I showed the class a vid. Then after watching the vid, I asked them, what are some of your thoughts and reactions? It was a group of young people. They were in their teens in the video. They were in their teens, and they were talking about some of the coping mechanisms that they use as they go through some of the really extreme reactions they have when they're really feeling anxious. One of the students, or shall we say staff members that was in the training, said, "Hey, Daryl, I'm older, so I have enough life experience to navigate through so many things that might come my way." Someone else said, "Hey, Daryl, if the video was about 30 and 40-year-olds, they would probably say, hey, I use my medication, so that helps me as a coping mechanism." And to be completely honest, they are correct. Maturity can help in that kind of situation. Medication can help in that situation. And we rely so much on medication as we start to get older, 40s, 50s, 30s. But we've got to find solutions. We've got to find ways that we can self-medicate ourselves. We can be healthier internally, mentally, emotionally, as well as physically. Just talking about anxiety, which has so many layers, shows itself in so many forms. And remember, we are masters at hiding some of the things we feel. We don't always show when we're anxious. We don't always show when we're not feeling good about things or situations. And that's a reality too. Number one, I always try to teach people to breathe. It sounds so basic, doesn't it? But it's real. When we get into situations, when we get into arguments, when we get into disagreements, when we're feeling very anxious about something, we've got to remember to breathe. And in breathing, I'm forcing myself to step back. I'm saying step back from the situation, look at the situation, try to slow things down. When someone is anxious, there's a certain racing that can happen. I'm racing. I'm going from logical to illogical to logical to illogical to logical to illogical. Oh my goodness, what's going on? What's going on? It's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. Breathe. Step back from the situation. Try to slow the situation down. 2, I try to teach people or try to steer them in the direction of meditation. And when I say meditation, we can't all be tremendous gurus. We can't all learn the techniques of, unleashing the inner self. But we can all learn to slow down. Let me close my eyes. Let me try to bring in positive energy. Let me try to slow things down, as I've said about 2 or 3 times already. Let me refocus and focus and refocus and refocus and focus again. These things happen when we start to get into meditation. Is it a long process? It takes some time before we advance, but we can always start with the very minimal, just trying to concentrate on yourself, thinking about what's going on for you at the immediate time, not thinking about what's going to happen, and then that's going to happen, and I won't be able to control this, and letting things start to spiral. And number 3, celebrate who celebrates you. Celebrate who celebrates you. And what I mean by that, try to bring people around you in your world who are positive, who bring in good energy, someone that you can connect with. You've got to be able to trust someone before you're able to talk about what's going on inside you. There's got to be some connection. You've got to be convinced that they're willing to listen to you and have, of course, empathetic listening, non-judgmental. Celebrate who celebrates you so that you can build a trust factor with someone. Having someone to talk to you makes a tremendous difference. Having the ability to step back from the situation for a moment makes a tremendous difference. Having the ability to breathe and slow things down makes a tremendous difference. Remember, anxiety attacks each and every one of us. And when I say attack, I mean each of us through our lives will go through various forms of anxiety. And it's only just one instance away from any of us being involved in something that could cause an extreme anxiety in our lives. Don't ever look at anxiety as a weakness. It's something that we all deal with, and we're all hardwired to need connection, some form of connection, someone that can help us in leveling things out. Just wanted to share that shortly, just some short words. There's other videos that you'll find a link to coming up that also talk about various forms and, similar subject matter. Subscribe to the channel right now. That would be great. Listen, until then, I will see you on the next round.